every day for 365 days. It's a long time to not be pleased with something. So if something makes me miserable, it is really your internal guidance system saying, baby, this ain't meant for you. I didn't honor myself in those times. Like, so if you feel stuck now, baby, nothing is gonna unstuck you. Hey, my pottery people, it's Natanya. Thank you for joining me today. As usual, we're gonna do some pottery and we're gonna have a chat. Let's get this clay on securely. So we have a new setup. We're inside my studio. So welcome to my little space. All right, I got some new clay. This clay is quite soft and smooth and buttery. I don't know the number of it or name, but I really like it. Just gonna go ahead and open it. What if we make like a little mini bottle form? I think that would be fun. Today, I want to talk about staying too long. And like the topic of staying too long, let this relate to you in any kind of way that it relates to you. It could be staying too long at a job, in a relationship, in a city. It could even be staying too long in a mind frame. I think that we all get to a place and things get comfortable. And then there comes a point where that comfort starts to subside a bit and you start to feel a little uncomfortable. But I think we often try to just focus on how comfortable we once were in a certain season, and instead of taking the initiative to move on and work towards your next season, a lot of times we stay stuck. So I can think of personally several situations where I was like, girl, you stay too long there. You were wasting your own time. Because at a certain point, you are wasting your own time. It's not that your job just totally sucks and they're just to be blamed for everything about it. You know your job sucks. If it sucks, you know at some point this is outside of what I want. If you know your relationship sucks. If you know your diet sucks. And all of that stuff. Like, has to come a point where you unstuck yourself by not staying in the position that you know is not serving your highest good. For instance, okay, so one thing I look back on all the time is a job I had about a year ago. And man, I was given that job so many chances. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm new. Maybe it's because I haven't learned this stuff yet. That's why, I'm not liking it. Maybe I just need to adjust. I stayed there for a solid year. That might not seem like a long time to you, but a year is such a long time to be unhappy in a situation. For me, it's such a long time. Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. Like every day for 365 days. It's a long time to not be pleased with something and just like be so resistant to changing or moving. And what I find is when you just continue to stay, oh baby, that's when suffering sets in. That's when you're unhappy. Rather worse, you're miserable. Wait, we said a bottle form, didn't we? That doesn't look like a bottle. Alright, let's take it in. Let's take it in. Yeah, even worse, you become miserable and resentful. And like, as I said, you can blame the job, you can blame the relationship, you can blame the circumstances. But until you empower yourself enough to make the change that you need to make, then you're just gonna stay stuck. Because as simple of a saying as it is, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you feel stuck now, baby, nothing is gonna unstuck you. Nothing will unstuck you until you unstuck yourself. Unstick yourself, whatever is the better way to say that. Until you move in a different direction, until you pick up different habits, until you decide to do something different. And then continuously decide, like continuously work towards that new thing. For me, it was that job. I kept on staying. I was miserable. I was tired. Man, it was overnights, right? 12-hour shift overnights. And I was exhausted. I would take forever to like recover from a shift. And I would dread like going back into those shifts because I'm like, oh, this is just not for me. And like I said, I thought that time was going to make it better. I thought experience was going to make it better. But like, if I was really being honest with myself, my whole spirit was like, Natanya, get out. Natanya, this is not for you. Natanya, why are you doing this to us? My whole spirit was like shouting at me. And I feel like this happens to us a lot. Like some people may continue to do a thing 5, 10, 15, their whole lifetime. Retire doing that thing that they hated so much. And one thing for me, I honestly believe that I deserve good things. I deserve the lifestyle that I dream of. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to simply not be miserable. So if something makes me miserable, it is really your internal guidance system saying, baby, this ain't meant for you. This is not meant for you. So, but oddly enough, sometimes choosing to be uncomfortable or unhappy in a situation is actually easier than taking the unknown steps. Because a lot of times you don't know, like, what should I do then? What should I do? If I'm not accepting this, what should I do? And sometimes you just have to take that leap without knowing what you're going to do. Because the path will start to line up once you start making the steps forward. So I'm applying pressure with my fingertips here to make it more narrow. You see, it's wobbly. We're going to cut that off, don't worry. But we're trying to get it together to close up to make it like a bottle neck. So today I encourage you, if you are in a situation, if you take, I'm sure if I said, when I said, staying too long, something probably popped in your mind. If there's something that you're there too long in, like I said, a relationship, a mind frame, a habit, a job, anything. If you have that thing that you're like, I think it's too long. The good thing is too, something about that new year time when you're starting to set your intentions and trying to take inventory of like what your life looks like and all the things that are around you. It's a great motivational time to start making changes and work towards your more ideal life. So why not get a head start on that? So it's a wonderful time to start, at least putting it on the forefront of your mind of the places that you think you're there too long. When I look back at that job, I feel kind of sad and like remorseful that I didn't honor myself in those times. Like I didn't honor myself enough to be like, it's just this is just not it for me. And that's just it. This is not it. And I gotta go. Like I really feel like I should have said that so much sooner. But the problem was I kept on giving myself like more time because I felt like it's almost gaslighting yourself, right? I felt like no, just a little more time. It's just a little more effort, a little more experience will get you there. It's not that this thing ain't right for you. It's just that you didn't give it more opportunities. And listen, that was not gonna come for me. I do think it's fair to give yourself um, a deadline. All right, I'll try this thing out for 6 months. I'll try this thing out for 1 year. I'll try this thing out for 2 weeks. Whatever it is, I'm gonna give it a go. But if nothing changes and I'm still feeling how I felt before, then maybe it's time to pursue something else or put this thing behind you. And the good thing about this for me is once you let it go, once you put that thing behind you, you will be shocked as to how things improve. Like, what? All I had to do was not accept that thing? All I had to do was choose something else? Man. And then better comes because I used to be at work like, I'm feeling this way for money. Like, people make money. Some people make money so easy. People make lots of money. There are people who are not miserable making money. People are doing things they love to make money. Like, why am I putting myself in a position where I have to be unhappy, uncomfortable, tired, exhausted, unfulfilled to make money? To me, that just didn't line up with my ideals. I was like, no, I don't think I have to stay here. And now, honestly, baby, when I say I go to my job and I've been here almost a year, so we're going on a year, and there are multiple times a day, multiple times a week, I'm walking at work and I'm like, Lord, thank you for this job. This job is really an answered prayer because it is so much more aligned with my work ethic and my ideals on work that I'm like, I enjoy the people I interact with. I enjoy the things I'm doing. It is not breaking my back. It is not stressing me out. It is a lot of times easy. Can you imagine? Like, people think that things can't come easy. I said, Lord, please give me a job that doesn't stress me out and make me miserable. I'm not a miserable and stressed out person. I can't live my life like this. And the Lord actually did. So anyways, I say that to have some faith, make the move, don't stay too long. Okay? Give yourself a deadline. When you're gonna cut this thing off. This thing that is draining you. It's not filling your cup. It's not making you feel good. You deserve better. You know you deserve better. So start to require better. Like, start to require better, and it will come to you. It may take some time, but it will come. It will come. So anyways, that's it. Look, we have a little tiny little bottle form. I think she's cute. It's like a little rosebud vase. Um, yeah, don't stay too long, baby. Time's up. Move on. Get on to that good thing that is waiting for you on the other side. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, my pottery people.